So Sagittarius is 2021. What is Spirit giving me? This is all about communication for you. This is especially in February and March about you feeling as though you have not been heard, or you are stepping up and you're saying, you know what, maybe I didn't speak my truth. Maybe I need to say it in a new way. You're making it very clear who you are, what you want. And I think then you're sort of sitting back and watching, detaching a bit to see where that lands, what that creates, how people respond. And then I think you're really putting your hands on those outcomes and you're utilizing it in July and August so that you are feeling more independent, stronger. This is a time to push forward, not hold back. And I feel some examination of health in October and then later in November, not only necessarily just for you, but also those in your inner circle. We would also want to be keeping an eye on parents and children. And so I can't prescribe a diagnosis, but any health issues that need to get dealt with, we don't want to bury our head in the sand. This would be a good time to get things checked out. And when it does come to you, especially, I feel like we're talking about mental well-being and being balanced. Okay, put yourself first. Christina, what are you getting?
Very similar. So Saturn, is where we're asked to have a lot of responsibility, where we're going to boss up, where we're going to be restricted. And that is communication for you. So, you're going to feel like somebody's coming down on you for communicating. You're not going to feel heard. But, this also is, interestingly enough, this squares a Uranus in the 6th, which could be a shakeup in health too. So if a doctor is not hearing you on, a health issue, good, that would be something you would want to go get a second opinion on. It doesn't always have to play out like this, but just from what Ivy said and how I'm looking at it, this could restrict your travel as well. This could restrict you in some way this is siblings, cousins, neighbors, or maybe like skills that you're learning, you're going to have to work really hard at. It's not going to be very pleasant for a little while because Saturn's there saying, do the work. There's denials, or there's delays, not denials. And then Uranus is kind of shaking up that health and daily routine area. So you just want to pay attention to the health point of that. And the eclipses for you are in the relationship zones. So it's relationships and how you're going to still be yourself and be independent, and how are you going to relate to others. So there is a shift there, but it feels like, there is a love opportunity here. Also too with, maybe some new truths in relationships too. Mercury is going to retrograde in the 3rd house, the 7th house, and the 11th house. So again, we have like partnerships, the community that you hang out with, or your hopes, wishes, and dreams, some, rethinking on that. And again, we have a focus on communications as well. So that is an ongoing thing for you. This is not the time to bitch out your boss. This is more of a time to, be more, like you said, you're not going to feel heard, but you have to do it in a way, you have to be heard in the right way, in the more mature, responsible way. But you do have to voice yourself. You just have to do it in the right way. Money gets better now that Saturn has moved out of your 2nd house. So that's going to be a relief for a lot of Sagittarius.